Good morning. So I'm very excited to go over grass today. This is something near and dear to my heart. I fell in love with it a long time ago. I'm going to try to, for the next hour or so, I'm going to try to give you everything that I know about grass, why I like grass, and go over everything. You guys got any questions, you let me know. You know, my little bit of my background, first kind of tournament scene was the Potomac, just at a real local level, club events and stuff like that. And you know, when you go to fish your first grass body of water, it can be overwhelming, to say the least. You know, there's just endless amounts of the same thing that looks the same forever. Where do you even start? Well, it took a little bit, you know, and a lot of days of not doing well, but then the magic happened, and I found the holy grail of like a one cast or a one sweet spot, and caught a ton of fish in a small area. And I was like, wow, there's something with this grass. And it just evolved, and it kept rolling along, and you know, just fell in love with it, and was fortunate to start doing pretty good at it, and then, you know, winning a few events via grass, and just fell in love with the scenario of, like, I'm a guy that needs a reason behind something. So what I mean by that is, you know, you got a lake that might not have grass. Well, these fish, they have a lot of different things they could relate to. They could relate to bait, they could relate to docks, wood, whatever, but grass, they relate to grass, and we know that, and that's why it's easier for me to pattern fish with grass, because this is something that gives them really good habitat. It holds bait, it filters the water, so I know they relate to it. It's just about finding where they're at in that grass. So that's a little background of how I got to fall in love with it. So grass is, like we just talked about, it's a good habitat. It's probably the best habitat on any body of water you could have. You know, not only does it filter the water, it cleans the water. Water's usually a little bit cleaner. It provides excellent area for bait to hold, any form of bait, bluegills, shad, crayfish, all these things can hide in this grass. Well, so do bass, you know, especially on a river system, something like that. They don't have to spend any energy. They're sitting in excellent habitat, food's coming to them. It grows, in my opinion, it grows fish really big. I've heard so many stories of, man, the couple years there was grass in Santee, it was 30 pounds everywhere. You know, you hear these stories of different fisheries that have grass just for a little bit, and the fishing just takes off. And for some reason, the area there, they don't like grass, they kill it, and within a few years it falls back. So it's definitely a proven deal to grow fish quick. Productive grass. So I like that we got milfoil at the top. I believe anywhere you go, if you can find milfoil, that is the king. Hydrilla's really good, eelgrass is really good, coontail, really good as well. But the reason I say milfoil is the king, I don't know the exact science behind it, but everywhere I've seen it, if there's just a little bit of milfoil and there's hydrilla for miles, and you just have a little strip of milfoil, it just seems like it holds more fish. Potomac, for instance, hydrilla, eelgrass, coontail, it washes away in the winter. As it cools down in the fall, grass starts to die off. Milfoil is the only grass that lays dormant, except for this new grass, the star grass. Milfoil will lay dormant and stay throughout the winter, and as soon as the spring starts to come, March, early April, it starts to grow again. So milfoil is definitely my favorite.